And we're back with some more Medieval Dynasty. And our little village is really kind of liking the whole building of this. Like, every single building there was raised with my hands. Like, every single last one of you. You placed them, you organized them, you built the walls, you chucked up the roof. You kind of just, I don't know, this thing gets under your skin. It's weird. But today, we've got several things to do. Namely, expansion, more hiring, but we also have a important quest. You've got the Mother of Invention. Talk to the inventor in whatever, this location. So we need to jog over there and have a chat with us, and I think she's going to be a new recruit. You can get these extra recruits from your wife. Your wife will give you quests, and the recruits are like specially powerful, as in they'll have a level 6 in some skill. So let's go jogging, and I should probably chug something that's going to make this a little bit of an easier run. I'm out of fish pies. Wow, the good thing I've got here is probably cherry wine. Plum wine is for damage, so suppose, yeah, we'll just drink the cherry wine.
Don't tell me what to do. You're not my father.
Whatever. I think this is the first time I've ever run up on top of a building. Is there fall damage in this game, I wonder? Yep, fall damage does exist. Just checking. Alright, where is this quest lady? Come here. Wait, no. Over there. 14, 13, 12. You must be inventor lady. Nicola. Oh, okay. Okay, Nikola Tesla, I get it. Hello there. My father used to say that a stranger is a friend you just haven't met yet. Oh, I love it. How's it going then? Newly met friend. I actually came to see you while my wife told me you're an inventor. Well, indeed I am. Anything of yours I might have seen or used. You might just have. Have you ever used a spoon or a fork? Of course, I'm pretty sure you're too young to have invented those. Not those separately, but if you put them together, you have one of my greatest inventions, the spork. You're the monster who's responsible for that. Yeah, I see. Truly groundbreaking. Thank you, I've worked really hard at it. I hope you don't mind, but could I take a closer look at your eyes? My eyes? Sure, remarkable. I've heard about it, but I've never seen it in person. I've heard that it's caused by two fetuses merging into one in the womb, but it's only a working theory. Okay, never really thought about it, just something that runs in my family. Astounding. Nature is filled with mysteries. I strongly believe that science is the key to unraveling them all. In what other ways would you know that bathing too frequently could cause disease and even death? What? Something we can agree on. What brings you to the valley? Research, of course. I actually might use some help with it. You look like a very capable person. Would you mind giving me a hand for a chance to make history? How could I reject that? What do you need? I'm working on creating the perfect arrow. I've heard that there are many interesting birds in the land, and I would love to experiment with their feathers. I'll need you to hunt one of each bird type and bring me their feathers. Seems easy enough. Yeah, that's gonna suck, isn't it? Well then, let's go bird hunting, shall we? This actually is not too bad. There's a crow over there. This one over here is the pigeon. Then we've got the white-tailed hawk over here, and we've got the regular hawk over here. That's 4 of the 5 birds. The last one is the duck. Got them down. Actually, we got them over here. Right. There they are. Oh, stand still. Stand still. Well, that went badly. Hello, buddy. One down. I don't think we even have to skin them. Well, I'm getting my arrows back. Next up. Oh, damn it. Why does the map keep jumping? Over here, we'll grab that one real quick, and then the other birds should have landed again so we can take another shot at them. Nope. These ones are back. I missed the other birds. Couldn't see them. To get that right about... Nope. Stay still. Okay. 2 down, 3 to go. Hey, welcome back. This guy was a pain in the butt, namely because he's hidden so well in there, it's almost impossible to see him. That's a terrible shot. Well, the little bugger came out on the road. Come here. No. Stay still. Done. That means we just need a duck and a crow and we're finished. Alright, now is that the crow over there, or is that a completely different animal? Nope, I think that's the one we're looking for, and there's another one over there as well. Alright. Damn it. Stop hiding in the bushes. Okay. Stand still. Done. One more. Alright, I think we see our ducks up ahead. It's easier to get them on water, but I'll take them on land. Stay. No, stop moving. Stop. We're just about... Breath. Take a breath. Do something stupid and scare them all off. There we go. Perfect. Deliver the feathers. Oh, we do actually need to bring her feathers, though. So we was probably better off skinning them. We have a bunch of feathers at home, but I'm not going all the way back for those. Right, Nicola, let's get this crazy inventor her feathers. Well, here you go. Have all the feathers the valley can offer. Great, Gate. Give me time until tomorrow to properly examine them and come up with the best options for arrows. If you can get us some cooler arrows, that would be nice.
Oh, take care.
Right, and I need to find some place that sells food. We need to buy some food so that we can get our stamina up, and I also need to sell a bunch of junk. So let's go caravanning, shall we? We have managed to hire a new person to join the team, and I just wanted to go through something really quickly. Over here, we've got our new cook, whatever, Nizzy. Nizzy here has 0 mood, because we've just hired her. Her mood is completely flatlined. However, we're putting into her a nice insulated house. Well, not insulated, a nice high-end house. So that's going to get her mood up to about 50%. Plus, because she's got 3 points in cooking, well, production, which is cooking, she'll get 2 percentage points happiness for every point of affinity she has for that task. She's going to get another 6 points of happiness, which means she should end up with about 56 happiness, roughly, give or take. You know what? Let's not worry about it too much. However, let's just go into the production side of things and check their kitchen output. See, this is their kitchen output here, and it's 22.33. However, other people who have better mood are getting 24.5. So these people, with all of their mood bonuses, are producing an extra 2 flatbread a day. Because they're in good houses and all that stuff. So mood does give you a bonus to your production, but it's quite small. Like, that is not a huge boost. And getting it all the way up, well, you can get it to 50% if you have a perfectly insulated house. You can get it up another 6 points if they have 3 points in the skill they're in. And you can get it up, well, as they get better at the task, they'll get a few more points. So realistically speaking, if you can get them up to level 10 at their chosen trait task, they'll get an extra 20% mood. They're already going to have 50% mood from a well-insulated house. We've got to put you some limestone to insulate the houses better. That puts you at about 70%, and you can get an extra 10% on top of that, taking you up to 80% if you put in a bunch of decorations in their houses. Thing is, I'm not willing to put in the time and effort to decorate their houses just now. It's not even that expensive. It doesn't even take that long. It's just the bonuses are so small, I don't care. Which probably makes me a bad person, but whatever. This one here has a 3-in extraction, which... turns out we're going to need a lot of water carriers, so I'm creating a new settlement. Yeah, great. See you there, buddy. Right now, we are just zipping around through all the towns and cleaning out all the quests and all the materials and things like that, because, well, we can. We can afford to do it. Inventory-wise, we've got about 26,000 coin. We have 18 joined hoes left over, and once we clear out everything, we'll have more than enough material to make a whole bunch more of those joined hoes, clean out more things. Right, now let's see what this quest is. No, friendly competition, no thank you. That doesn't actually get us any technology, and it's not worth the effort. Most of the other quests so far, though, have not been tech ones, but they've been ones that are so easy you just take them anyway, like, get me a stone knife. Yeah, sure, I'll just grab some sticks and stones off the ground and craft it for you. Thank you for the free stuff. Now, this town is actually a really great town in terms of traders. There are so many traders here that you can dump an awful lot of cash.
How is life?
I would like to sell you a whole bunch of joined hoses. How do you feel about joined hoses? Very good, it seems.
Have a good day.
If I was setting up a village again, I think I'd set it up near here.
Hello there.
The ground's not nearly as conducive, but there's just so much more you can do here, and it's so much easier. Everything's closer by. You want, let's say, food, it's right over there. You want booze, it's right over there. You want sewing equipment, it's right over there. Mining, smithing, all that stuff is really close by, which just makes life, well, easier. True, everything else is further away, but, you know, there's swings and roundabouts to any decisions you make. We have explored every single town. We have taken out all the quests that were worthwhile doing, and we've went back to Lanesia. We don't, we could do some stuff during the night here, but what I want to do is collect more logs. There's a whole bunch of logs I left here, and I'm hoping they're still on the ground. They should be, but assuming they are, we're going to spend all night chucking them into storage. That should be the last logging I need to do for ages and ages. That's assuming we have enough storage space. We might need to build another storage thingy. Though this place, I don't know what the mechanics are on buildings, but because this building seems to be so far away, it keeps getting damaged. So this building over here is damaged again, and it's been damaged. This is the 3rd time. No other building has gotten damaged. Just this one. So I don't know if it's a remoteness thing, or it's the side of a mountain, or what it is, or... Yep, there's some logs left. This might explain why the technology tree is a little bit skewed at the moment, and we've got 2,300 building technology, and our next closest is 1,200 at production and survival. Yeah, the logging kind of got a little bit... Well, it's a little bit of fun, what can I say? I think we may have run into a minor issue. That is, we're running out of storage space. We have 2,726 kilos out of 3,000 kilos already locked down. In fact, it's going to be a little bit more than that by the time we finished. Right, so we've only got about 175 kilos left of space in our resource storage. We could upgrade this to a level 2, but I believe it requires planks, and we don't have any planks on us. Damn it. We might have to make another storage back home before we can finish harvesting this place. Or, actually, no, let's just spend some of this stuff. Let's do some construction. I spent some of the night grinding out some planks. I figure next time we run back to our log storage place, we can upgrade that storage shed with some planks. It'll be fine. However, over here, we're running back to that Nicola lady. She told us to come back the next day, and I'm hoping we can hire her. I'm presuming, as an inventor, she'll either be really good at diplomacy or really good at production. One or the other. And let's just take a shortcut up this roof. Wait, where is she? Ah, there we are. How you doing, Nicola? You're here. I'm finished my research. So, which of the feathers that I brought is the winner? None. Great. After dozens of experiments, it seems that the good old goose feather is clearly the best choice. Doesn't this mean that all of our work was for nothing? Not at all. We found the answer we were looking for. It's called a celebration. I think I'm going to go. Feel free to celebrate. No, my wife was correct. Your passion surely has no match. I would love to have someone with your energy around. Would you consider joining my settlement? Considered and accepted. I am so excited. I wish I had something to offer you in return. Oh, here, take my arrow prototypes. They're a bit unpredictable, but it's the only way I can thank you. That's wonderful. Welcome to the family. The unpredictable arrows of randomness. Well, that should be great. Anyway, let's find our newest recruit, Nicola, here. She is 6 in production. Right, she's going straight into farming. Or not farming, cooking. She will make a wonderful... Oh, I just hired a female inventor and put her in the kitchen. Ugh. Like, that's not on purpose. It's just production and cooking are the same thing. Like, not my fault. Okay? Also, where is our other level 6? That would be Roland. I think I'll put the two of them together. The way it works with kids, it seems, is it takes half of each parent's skills, adds them together in the kid, and then as the kid grows up, they gain another 3 skill levels. So if we put these two together, the kids will be born with a baseline of 3, then get 3 over the lifetime and get 6s. So this kid will be like a 6 across the board and everything, except for hunting and production, in which case they should be like 7 or 8. Yeah, I think we can breed some super kids out of those two. Yeah, there's Roland's house. Well, you're about to have a house guest permanently, as they would say. Right, Nicola there, you can also go straight into... I'm pretty sure we've made a couple of extra kitchens. Yep, in fact, we do have a spare kitchen. Nice! In that case, you're assigned. Then just make sure that the kitchen is set up to cook stuff. I'm interested to see how much you can cook compared to the others. A normal level 3 worker can produce 26.95 flatbread. Say 27 flatbread. Our newest cook can produce 49.09, so almost twice as much. Right, we knew that was going to happen. That means we won't need nearly as many cooks to take care of all the grain we're bringing in. I think 5 cooks should be able to handle all the grain, at least until we get access to the flour mills. Then things will get... Oh, then we'll have to do a whole bunch more math, but that's fine. That means... Yeah, 5 cooks is enough. I think we're maxed out on the cook front. Perfect. But we are going to need a bunch more people doing wells. Yeah, I need to build another well, don't I? In fact, I probably need about 2 more wells. Before we go home for those wells, I have to go back to Gostovia. Gostova? What? Yeah, I'm just going to keep pronouncing those names incorrectly. Right, we need to find Alwyn. Alwyn, we have a quest with you. Something about dropping you off some logs. Hey, buddy, hard at work, eh? I know a place to build it. Follow me. Build what? Oh, no. We have to follow him. Can you move any faster? What if I ever run into you? No, that just makes you stop. Never mind. Come on, come on. Come on, come on. Seriously, dude, can you get a move on? Like, just sprint, just a tiny bit. Or teleport. I'm willing to do anything. This area looks suspiciously flat. And this is not a road. This is the perfect place. What do you think? Yes, it's quite suitable. What now? Next time I'll practice shooting. If you have time, you can show me how to do it. You're definitely better at it. What? Finally, the target is ready. Oh. Yeah. That's the target. So that's why I wanted the wood. All right, my novice archer, watch and learn. I think 20 meters away from the target is enough. Show me how it's done. I don't know what 20 meters is in this game. Never. About here should be fine. Accuracy 68%, distance 25.5 meters. 1 second. $21.9 meters. There we go. A little bit low. Accuracy 100%, distance 20.7 meters. Accuracy 89%, 20.7 meters. And I think we're done. I mean, that's a pretty decent grouping. Does that finish the quest? And that's how it's done. If only you were as modest as you were accurate. I can't be both. There's a lot of practice ahead of me. I will train until I'm ready to face you one more time. Be prepared for an archery tournament when we meet again. I accept it. Until we meet again next time. Let's go grab the bronze arrow over here. Maybe we should drop something here so we remember what 20 meters is. So you know what? Arrow's fine. Where'd the arrow go? Sometimes they do just disappear. Okay, that can stay there forever. Good luck, buddy. Honey, I'm home. I want to see what the wifey thinks of our newest recruit. How you doing?
Hello, handsome.
How's the little kingdom doing? The peasants require more crafting materials.
Goodbye.
Yeah, I should probably look into that. I think we're out of fertilizer. That was a problem. We just have not produced enough fertilizer to keep them all going. Those two in there, their only job is to produce fertilizer. I've also dumped a bunch of meat in here so that we can maybe get some more fertilizer next season. And we haven't managed to plant all the fields, which is going to be a problem because, you know, there's planting seasons and stuff. Well, I should go in and collect as much manure as possible, make them a little bit more fertilizer before the end of the day. The mistake I made when it came to the fields is, when it came to the fertilizer, I had averaged the fertilizer creation over the entire year. The thing is, when you got the pigs pretty late in the year, we were processing it as quick as we could, but we were never going to generate enough fertilizer in a season and a half than we were over the whole 4 seasons. So next year, we won't have any problems with fertilizer. We won't have to worry about it too much. I think everything will be fine, and we'll just be a little bit late planting some of the wheat next year. But that, I think, should all work out. I think all the rest of the fields are planted. If we check under management, we can see that's a full field of wheat. Another one, another one, another one, another one, another one, and the last one is the one that's in front of us. They're just doing that one now. We don't mind. We'll be a little bit short on wheat, but we're going to be a little bit short on cooks anyway, so I think we can survive. For now. Since wells are a little bit slow, what we're going to do is chuck a couple more down. I think 3 wells to start, and we'll go up a bit after that. Damn it, that one's out of sync. You know what? I'll build them one at a time, and then I can make sure they're nicely lined up. Okay, 10 logs and 16 straw. We can show these up real quick. 3 wells to start. I think we can go up to 4. I mean, these things are super cheap. You're right about there is fine. This gives us a nice assembly line of people to produce them with, and we can throw these together super quick. I wish I realized how fast these were. I would have shown these up ages ago. The houses are way more of a pain in the butt.
The world freezes for a moment, as if somebody paused it.
Yeah, they make a lot of self-referential comments about the game being a game. It's fun at first, but after the first 50 or 60 times, you're like, wait a minute, I've heard that one before. Alright, everyone's finished up for the day. We got most of that field done, and I think next season... What is it next season? It's going to be winter next season. I'm not going to be too concerned about it. Though I never did check. Did they ever harvest these automatically? Or do we have to do the orchards? Yeah, it looks like they did harvest the hops. And I'm looking forward to getting all of these trees up and running. They take 5 seasons, I think, to fully mature, so it'll be another few before they're up. But we need to prep for tonight. Tonight's end of the season, so we're going to be crafting all night long, just so we have some more hoes. for sales. The thing is, we've got 34 grand. I think this will be the last time I'll be doing a nighttime craft. I don't think we need it anymore. We've got everything we need. We can buy any iron hammers or tools and things we want. Our village is not quite self-sustained. We could technically self-sustain it by working ourselves and all that, but we'll eventually get up to being able to make our own iron hammers and things like that, so we don't really care too much. So I think, yeah, just last night of crafting. Well, everyone's asleep. We have got all of our preemptive crafting done. We've got our wool, linen, and some linen thread. We've got some leftover stuff in here. We just didn't have enough wool fabric to use all of our resources, but that is fine. Now, let's get to crafting. What time is it? It is 22:37. We're actually slightly ahead of schedule. Once it's midnight, the day passes over, so we're just getting ahead of that. Now, what is joint hoses? Yes, give us 44 of those. Not as much as last season, but hey, we don't need that much. And there's the final one. 44 joint hoses. I think we've got 2 in storage, so we're up to like 46. Not that it really matters. And middle of the night, we're into the next season, and let's see what the morning brings, shall we? Ooh, and sometimes when you go through seasons, they'll give you some events happen. Nope. Absolutely nothing. A very uneventful season change. Hey, sweetie. Damn it. You're still going to be mothering? Oh, yeah, it's 2 years. For 2 years, she gets maternity for 2 years. I just think the medieval maternity system was so much better than the modern day. 2 whole years off work. Wow. Like, I'm from Ireland. Like, women here get, what, I think it's 6 months? Maybe a year, 6 months, another 6 months at half pay or something. Well, it depends what you're in, I suppose. If you're in a government job, it's probably easier. Anyway, but yeah, 2 years in medieval times just seems like they have a really sweet gig. I'm probably too nice. Oh, nice. See this? This is stuff I left behind. By that I mean that is meat, fish, stuff like that. I just left it on the ground. Turns out you don't even need to stick it into a compost to make it rot. If you have meat, you just leave it on the ground, it rots in one season. Let's just turn that immediately into fertilizer while we're here. Well, okay, that rot thing was a waste of time. Well, not a waste of time. It definitely needed to be done. It's just, I should have really talked to the wife first, see if she has any quests for us.
Here.
How you doing, sweetie? Let me take a closer look at you. I have a favor to ask. No, how's the little kingdom doing? We have to repair some of the buildings.
Goodbye.
Yeah, I know. That storage shed is broken again. The one off in the middle of nowhere. Not going to be concerned about it.
But they always need to change
What
stuff.
is missing? Something is missing something. You can see that alert in the top left. I'm going to have to try and figure that out because it's bugging me. I think one of the problems we have is we don't have enough buckets for all of the water we're currently processing. I did add several wells and several people extracting from them. So from what I can see, the buckets have all disappeared. Second, let's chuck a few more buckets in here. And let's manually fill up a few buckets to go with it. Ah, look at that. That is the sound of industry. Keep up the good work there. Buckets. Yeah, let's fill up 10 of them. We can fill buckets an awful lot faster than they can. They are the laziest workers, or maybe we're just super. Oh, also, you need to dump the flour in here. I've been sort of covering for our lack of personnel in farming in a few areas. So I dumped all the flour into the food storage instead of in here. Once I put the flour in here, everything went to working again. My bad.
And it gets everywhere.
Yeah, there's another quote. I think that's the Star Wars one. I don't like sand, but instead it's just a grain one. There's more than a few of those you're going to start recognizing. That one's I love the smell of fertilizer in the morning. I'm pretty sure that's Full Metal Jacket. I love the smell of napalm in the morning. Yeah, I think I'd prefer the napalm. Actually, you know what? No, I don't think I would prefer the napalm. One thing we're missing... Well, since it is winter and there's no crops to be planted or anything like that, we can get along with some of the production tasks I've been putting on the long finger. Namely, we need another barn. So I thought, what if we just put the barn behind the other barn so that you can jump from one barn to the other? I mean, it'll look reasonably consistent, and since it's on a ledge or an edge or a steep hill, it basically gives you this wooden foundation instead of stone. Plus, we have a lot of logs, like an awful lot of logs to burn. And how's that? Yeah, we'll have this place up in no time. One thing I don't get is we managed to stick most of this house together without running out of stamina. And we don't have any bonuses to our construction stamina, and I haven't actually sculled any good construction or food today. Damn it, that's slightly out of sync, or slightly off. Close enough, I suppose. So, what is the point of this skill that decreases stamina consumption while building? There's bigger buildings you gotta worry about later, but even then, I just chuck some food and be done with it. New building unlocked, kitchen level 2. Great, I've got loads of stuff to be upgrading anyway. How did I run out of sticks? I could have sworn I brought way too many. And the barn raising is complete. Now I just need 3 more farm workers. Well, 2 for that, 1 for this farm over there, 1 for that barn over there, and 2 for this barn over here, and we should have enough workers to theoretically do all the construction-y stuff. However, maybe time to upgrade one of our kitchens a little bit. Well, I'd like to see what it looks like. You.
I wonder how much time it would take.
Kitchen level 2. That... Wait, is it doing this one? Yep, seems to be. And she's buggered off. She can't cook while this is going on. But it doesn't matter. This thing requires a lot of planks. I stockpiled a bunch of them, but even then... Wow. Fine, I'll just go back and get even more planks. And finally, kitchen level 2 construction complete. Now, the question is, I don't think it's going to increase the actual productivity of the kitchen. All it does is doubles the amount of people who can work there. All right, kitchen level 2, and there's... Damn it. There we go. So, you are going to be working on flat red, 26.85... Oh, wrong one. And everyone else is working about the same. Your happiness has gone down a bit because you weren't working at your job. But yeah, basically we can just stick 2 people in them. That's the bonus of them. Yeah, everyone else is already working. In fact, let's just go through the professions and see what everyone's doing. Wilhelm is a baby, and our child labour laws are pretty strict. We have an animal breeder working in the pigsty. We have 2 barn workers working on turning the pigsty manure into fertilizer for the fields. 1 barn worker turning that wheat into grain and straw by flaling it or whatever. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cooks. Our 6th cook is currently doing mothering duty on maternity leave. We have 4 farmers who are working the fields, growing all of that grain. 1 fisherman whose only job is to catch fish because we're going to need it at the end game and they're really good at fishing, so let's just let them do what they do. Good. 2 lumberjacks. One of them is getting firewood and logs. The other one is just getting logs. 1 miner. Their only job is to get in limestone. We're going to need that for insulation later. The mother, of course, and we have 3 water carriers working away on getting the water. The water is combined with the flour to make the flatbread, which is why if you look under kitchens here, it shows you 1 flour and 1 bucket of water, which means each one of these is consuming about 2.5 buckets of water and 25 flour, like roughly per day, except for the person who's working in this kitchen. I believe they're a little bit better. Yeah, 50. So we need a lot of water to go with that, and the extraction is down to the wells. These water carriers now, they actually bring... It's in buckets. So they bring a bucket of water which actually has 10 times as much water as you see there. So it's actually 43 water per bucket person. So we're going to need about 7 wells and 7 water carriers just to feed all the water necessary to this village because of all the bread we're going to be making. But hey, we didn't do this because it was going to be easy. We did this because it was going to be a fun little challenge. Now, flatbread... Ooh. Should I do the manure? No. I'm going to expand the village all today. I'm going to start upgrading stuff and sticking in a few more houses. We're going to need more people, so housing production for the rest of the day, I think, is the theme. 1 more house just to house more of the people. We're just going to need more and more people. Everything we do just results in more and more requirements for more and more people. The village is expanding to meet the needs of the expanding village, it seems. Planks are what's actually slowing me down. I'm kind of tempted to hire some more people just to make planks so that we don't have to, but it's kind of quicker if we make them, I suppose, at the end of the day. You know what? I'll worry about that later. We're going to do a recruitment drive in the morning, and in the recruitment drive, we might pick up another couple of wood people. I never even thought to look at the unpredictable arrows of randomness. I got distracted. Special item. These are leftovers from Nicola's research. There is no way of predicting how they'll behave in action. 1 to 100 damage. All right. So basically, instead of getting... Say, with bronze arrows, I get 50 damage by default. These ones could be anywhere between 100 to 1. You know what? I'll just put those in storage. I'm sure I'll find a use for them later. And another house goes up. How many is that I've even done today? Is that just 2? Feels like it's more. Only 2 empty houses. Alright, you know what? I'm going to do 1 more house tonight, and then I'm going to spend the rest of the night making planks. This really is the life of a medieval peasant. While finishing off this house, we unlocked a new level in construction technology. It has given us access to woodshed level 2. That should allow us to double up on the amount of people in woodsheds, which means we don't need to build another woodshed. We just need to upgrade one of the existing ones. I guess I'd give it a go. Let's see what it does. Woodshed level 2. Huh. Looks like it requires a bunch of planks and some logs. Yeah, planks and logs. Easy peasy. Well, that's not... very exciting. It looks disturbingly similar to the other one, just with more roof coverage. It can actually hold 2 people, though. Okay. Well, I suppose that is technically an upgrade. Alright, I'm going to spend a little bit of time making a whole bunch of planks. Problem is, we're running rather low on, well, planks. We've got plenty of logs. We've got just so many sticks. I'm going to have to actually get rid of those somehow. We have... Actually, we're running low on stone as well. Wow. We are actually plowing through everything a little bit too quickly. On this nice, crisp morning, what we can do is we can just handcraft some snowballs. Turns out it's very possible to do that. And then you can just sort of throw them at people. You're welcome. Anyway, it's just a thing you can do. You can't get any technology out of it. I checked. It doesn't increase anything in the crafting speed. You can just throw snowballs at people. I like that. All right, what we're going to do is... Well, we've got a shopping list. We want about 3 farm workers. Reason being, we have... Well, 1 for this barn, 2 for that barn. That's 3 farm workers. We also want a couple of extractors. Well, extraction-wise, I want 1 more for a well, and I want 1 more for the woodshed. Probably gonna need, well, another 2 wells, so we might want actually 4 extractors. We'll see how it goes. We have built some spare housing, so we definitely have the housing units available, and I have no idea how much Dynasty honor it requires, when I should probably take a wash, grab some food and water before we go as well. We're going to do a quick jaunt into town, then use the wagon to go around to everywhere and hire the necessary people. Oh, and of course pick up any quests along the way. I think this is sort of the game loop. Run around, do all the stuff you possibly can as quickly as possible during the season, and try and get in some work back at the base to expand it.
I have a feeling we're not in the valley anymore.
Looks like we found a farm wife. Excellent.
Hello
You
there.
can... Yeah, I'm creating a new settlement. You can come join us. We'll chuck you into a house real quick. While we're here, we're going to go have a quick talk to Alwyn. I presume he's down by our little archery stand. Let's see if he's gotten an awful lot better. How you doing, buddy? How's the practice going? I bet I can beat you now. Oh, how confident. All right, I'll take that bet. How much? For 100 coins, you have 3 shots. The one who gets the most points wins. You take it? Sure. Let's get started. I got 64 points. Now it's your turn. Watch and learn. Wait, how do I score points? Where's my arrow? Right then. So... Score 0 of 64, shots 3, rewards 200 coins. Well, let's give it a go. Okay, that's a score of 18. That's not... Ooh, great. It's a distance of 25 meters. A little bit closer. Better. 100% accuracy, 21 meters. That's good. A little bit low. Wait, did that actually work? Well, that didn't work out as I planned. You can try again if you want. The conditions remain the same. I'm in, give 100 coins. Okay, let's see if you can do it this time. Right. Well, in that case, let's go a little bit further. We could only get 20 points from where we were, so we have to go back further to get more accurate points. Huh. 64% accuracy from 35 meters gives you that. %70 accuracy. Okay. Hit low. Right, that's 68.5. Yep, who's the master now? Don't be cocky, you have a lot more experience than I do, sure, and now my reward. You see, I'll practice more and finally I'll wipe that smirk off your face. Yeah, suits me. No, not really. That's actually pretty hard with that distance. I need to maybe train up my hunting a bit. You see, our hunting skill is good, but I've never invested enough points into steady hand, which I probably should do. To get steady hand up, it'll make aiming just that little bit easier. This guy wants us to help repair his house, which was damaged in the storm. All right, I will help. Why not? Should be fairly quick. Ooh, any good farmers here? What are you like? You are 2s and everything? No, you're way too old to be someone looking for a settlement. Huh, doesn't need 1 here. Unfortunate. For this job, we need 19 stone and 25 logs. Oh. Right, that is actually a lot more effort than I was expecting. Well, I'm a little bit overburdened, but here are some of the materials. How much? Oh, right, so we can give them to him in installments. Otherwise, that was going to be too much carrying around of stuff. So all he needs now is another 4 stones and another 15 logs. Easy peasy. Is that it? We just give you the materials? So, thank you. I'll show you some of the techniques I picked up. I think he just gave us a bunch of technology experience, did he? House rebuilding. 120 building technology. Not that we need it. We're already at 2,700. I'm pretty sure we're going to max out building technology before we max out anything else. Oh, I would like iron mines, though. Ooh, that would be nice. Never mind. I'm getting distracted. It's time to keep moving. Well, this is awkward. It's another female farmer. What are you? No, nothing.
How are you?
This is the last female one we can hire. The problem is we're running into issues. We have a female cook. We need to pair up with a male extractor. A female cook. We need to pair up with a male extractor. A female barn worker. We need to team up with a male barn worker. And now we've got another female barn worker. This is, it's just a little bit awkward. We're getting lots of women who are qualified, but no men for some reason. Oh, this is not fair. We've got an extractor and another extractor, but they're both female. This is just inconvenient. Finally a male farmer. Excellent.
Oh, it's you again.
You, sir, shall be working with us. We already have a house picked out for you. So you two will make a wonderful couple. Now we just got to assign them at a job and let them away at it. I have decided to come back out here for the night. I've upgraded our little storage shed over here so we've got more storage space. Plus at the same time it burns some of the logs and it gives us a little bit of time here to grab the last of the logs. I just want to clean this place up. There's only a few logs left. And once they're in storage I feel just, you know, this area has been cleaned up sufficiently. This place looks kind of, beautiful if slightly devastated due to all the tree stumps. But they'll all grow back. Give them I think it's 2 years and they all will return and then we can chop them all down all over again if we want. Yeah, I like the way you can leave your mark on the land if you want. We could get a shovel in there and remove all those stumps and they would never grow back again. We could flatten this whole area. Like that might be a way to make a village. Come up here sometime and build a village in this area. That would be an interesting challenge. Anyway, I think we've got enough night work done. It's time to head back home. Actually, we have explored. We've went to every single village. We've checked for recruits everywhere. I think we've got all our building done for there. We can pretty much just go back home and skip to the next season. I don't think there's anything else we need to do. Well, I mean, we'll do some crafting to help out the local village, or to help out our village, but I don't think we have actually any main problems. Oh, I should probably do that quest belonging to your man. What's his face? You can, whatever his name's story is. Unigost. Yeah, I'll do his story next as well. We have run into a minor complication when it comes to water. I keep having issues with it, and I was wondering what was going on, and I think the buckets are disappearing. I just refilled a whole bunch of them there, but the buckets, it seems, their conditioning wears out as you use them. Every time you fill them and empty them, yeah, we have to replace the buckets, which means we need to automate the production of buckets to replace the ones that are getting destroyed. So, we have fired up the workshop. I've retasked one of the cooks to become a craftsperson. That one's doing buckets. Yeah, so they make buckets, which requires planks. So that means if we need planks, then I've had to retask some people on the workshed. The woodshed. So the woodshed people are now making some planks, they're making firewood, they're making logs, and actually realistically they're making about 2 extra logs than they consume, but lots of firewood, lots of planks, should keep us going. Our firewood demand is pretty high, but it is winter, it'll get better later, and we can insulate that later on. Alright, what are we missing? We need a few more extractors, if we could find them, but we've kind of gone through everything this season, so I think... Quest time? Yeah, it's gotta be quest time. So, let's go look up Unigost's storyline. According to the quest we've got for this guy, we've got to dig up 2 clay deposits. I think this is one of them? Yeah, one done, and then there's a second one over here. I feel like this was early stuff we probably should have done, but the guy was so far away from our village, I was not coming back here. And it was dark at the time, okay? Deliver 5 clay to Sam Door. Hey, buddy. Here's all the clay you wanted. Alright. So as I was saying... Oh, damn, he had a story he was telling me and I've completely blanked it. Lorden wasn't much of a fighter back then. He didn't have any money nor connections, but he had one thing, an unusual ability. You see, from an early age, Lorden was an exceptionally good liar. No sweaty palms, no voice cracks, no tells, really. Calm, steady breaths, eye contact held all the way. He eventually managed to handle any kind of pressure, even in the craziest of situations. But it wasn't that at first. He felt no pressure lying, no stress at all. It was as natural for him as breathing. He had absolutely no remorse. Yeah, okay, that's good to know. He came up with a plan. The plan's so immensely moronic and unrealistic that it's really hard to believe that it works so perfectly. At first, he convinced the nearby town's tailor to sew him a whole set of clothes worthy of the most wealthy nobleman. The finest of fabrics, silken threads, you name it, horrendously expensive. So how did he manage to afford it, you may ask? It's simple. He didn't pay for it. I said no such thing. Lorden wasn't a thief, not in the traditional meaning of the word at least. Apart from that, did I finish the damn story? While wearing his new clothes, he travelled to the castle of the king of that realm and entered it. You're right. It is mad to even consider trying to pull it off, but Lorden, he just walked straight in. I don't blame you for doubting me. Damn, I would have been first to doubt a thing like that if I hadn't seen him do it hundreds of times later with my own eyes. Anyway, he walked right into the castle, and once he was there, he followed through with his plan. Beheading his wife? Whose wife? The king's. Wait, what? So the queen? Okay, so let me get this straight. His plan was to get into the castle and lay with the queen. Indeed. Exactly that. You're right, that is the most absurdly idiotic plan I've ever heard of. I told you, but it worked like... Okay, you know what? Sure, I still get it. What worked? What has he accomplished by that? After lovemaking, dressed up, deliberately leaving his undergarments on the bedside and told the queen he'll be right back with some refreshments. Then he went to one of the king's guards and told him that he saw the queen with a company of a strange man sneaking into one of the chambers. The guard rushed in and witnessed the queen naked in bed with a man's clothes right next to her. Oh my god. As a loyal servant, the guard reported the matter directly to the king, who, as you can probably imagine, became furious, to say the least. Alright. He really couldn't punish his wife. That would be bad for his reputation. Wait, have you never heard of King Henry VIII? He, executed, 8 of them. Yeah, never mind, no. But he could pursue her lover. Unfortunately for him, at this point, Lorden was long gone from the castle, riding a beautiful bay mare he borrowed from the stable into the sunset. Wait. So his plan was to steal a horse. Right? You see, the king didn't catch the filthy seducer, but it didn't mean he couldn't track him down to find him. To do so, the only track he could follow was the one thing that Lorden left behind. Except his undergarments and a pleasurable memory for the queen. His name, not his real name, of course. The name he used when introducing himself to the queen was... Lord of the Orchards? Precisely. Okay. So basically, he framed another guy. The lord's head must have left the company of his body pretty promptly. He didn't get killed. That wouldn't be in Lorden's style. The queen begged for his life to be spared, so the king threw him in the dungeon where he spent all the days he had left. Wait. Okay. Lorden was amazing. All that with just the power of his wits and speech. He surely showed that lord that he shouldn't have wronged him. Right, so the guy who annoyed him and stole money from him, he got him imprisoned for the rest of his life by sleeping with the king's wife. By seducing the king's wife, tricking the king into thinking that the guy who'd wronged him had done it, and having that guy... Okay, fair enough. Don't get me wrong, ideas about his reasons. Lorden didn't go through all of that just because of what the lord did to him. You see, the lord was a cruel, merciless brute. He mistreated all of his subjects, killed for fun, raped for sport. People used to call him Laundryman, because one of his habits was drowning his illegitimate children in the lake right after birth, like unwanted kittens. Wow. Lorden needed to stop him, and he did, but that's not the end of the story. After the lord's capture, someone had to take his place. He didn't have any rightful successors, but then, with just an uncannily perfect timing, came a distant cousin of the lord, a charming young man with 2 different eyes. Oh my god, you're kidding me. He easily acquired all possessions of his sentenced relative, but Lorden didn't want any of that, not for himself, so he took only 3 bags of coin from the treasury and left everything else in the hands of the peasants. They're related. He is still probably worshipped there, I can tell you that. Oh, and one more thing. Why 3 bags, you might ask? That's easy. One for the tailor, another one for the stableman he took the horse from, and the last one for himself, with the exact amount of coin he was rightfully supposed to earn for his work in the orchards. I told you Lorden wasn't the thief. And that was it. He mounted his beautiful mare and left the realm, continuing his adventures. At least that's the story he used to tell me. So nothing of that may be true at all. But that's just how it was with Lorden. Right, well, good stuff. I have never met anyone else, don't get me wrong, he has his flaws, but the things he could do with his tongue, his tongue wasn't even silver, it was made out of pure gold. Yeah. On the day Lorden's mission was born, he knew that the spoiled, rotten elites like that were scattered all around the world, draining life and dignity from the hard-working simple folk, and that he was capable of stopping them, to some extent at least. So that's exactly what he started doing, overthrowing corrupt lords, giving back to the community. Right. Well, it wasn't yeah, I guess you could say he was doing that. Lorden was working solo until he met Unigost. The rat's agile fingers could work where Lorden's tongue couldn't. And then they needed someone with other talents they were lacking, like strength, manliness, bravery, independence, gallantry, integrity. Oh, yeah. The one-eyed monster here in front of me. So they recruited the best there was. I was between jobs at the time, so I gave them a chance, and finally the pack started to really make a difference. But I don't want to brag. Oh, yeah, I'm sure. Thanks for knowing people at my level don't need to boast about our skills. Anyway, I've already spoken more words to you than I did in the last 5 years to anybody, so it's time for you to go, and preferably don't come back. Ever. Yeah, whatever, I don't care. Leave now, and in return for giving away my location, deliver this delicious meal to Unigost. It's his favourite. A knuckle sandwich. Okay. Right, well, thanks for the story. That was actually pretty entertaining. Alright, where did this guy go? Oh. How you going, buddy? Yeah, I talked to Sambar. He's a really sweetheart. The sweetest, like a jar of honey. That sounded for the story about the Lord of the Orchards. He has some unexpectedly good storytelling skills. Yes, he really does. Actually, that was pretty good. One time I swear he went for over a year without speaking a single word. But when we were sitting by the fire, he remembered some anecdote, laughed out loud, and began his tale. Went from a total mute to a master of ceremonies. The narrative was so gripping, it was hard to listen. Hard not to listen. He even did voices, but after finishing, he became silent again. I never fully understood that side of him. A theatre genius trapped inside the body of a bear wrestler. He actually asked me to give you something. Really, Anne, what is that? A knuckle sandwich. Yep, that sounds exactly like Sedmore. So are you going to deliver? Do you want me to? Oh, sure, I love people punching me in the face. All around the valley, I'm known for it. Would you be so kind as to do it for free, though? I'm all out of being punched in the face budget. No, I'm just going to go with really. Not really. Are you thick? You're not going to hit anyone, is that clear? But if he asks... Oh, I was hoping I was going to get to punch the guy. Okay. Yeah, that seems like something you'd say. Okay. It's not a pleasant worry, but I believe you deserve to know the whole story. We didn't recruit him. Well, I guess we did. Lorden did, but that wasn't a matter of choice. When Lorden and I started to follow his mission together, we were rather successful. Everything was going smoothly. Too easy, even. We were doing a lot of good, putting many well-deserved smiles on oppressed faces. That's when we let our guard down. There was a secret guild formed by a few of the higher-ranking knights and barons. We called them the Vendors. A bunch of really heartless, illegitimate children. Their most lucrative business was selling a living merchandise. Wow, okay, so yes, slavery was strictly forbidden in that realm. The Queen was adamant about that. Well, the Vendors had their own set of rules to follow. They caged them like cattle, mostly women and children, forced them to fight rats for the poor little rations they were being given in the damp dungeon they were held in. The guild preferred quantity over quality, so they didn't care about diseases and they didn't tend to wounds. Sometimes it took them weeks to get dead out of the cages, survival of the fittest, or rather outlasting of the least fortunate. It was simply horrible. If you ask me, all of them, damned guild deserved a cruel and slow death, but that wasn't how we operated. Lorden made it very clear from that from day one. We're never to take a life. That was the most important of rules. So basically Batman, but medieval. Anyway, he managed to get everyone out. The carriage is full of broken people. Even the horses kept their heads low mourning. The despair in the air was even more poisonous than the stench of rotting flesh. And in all that, we forgot to make ourselves safe as well. We were caught by the mercenaries who brought us to the torture chambers. Yeah, this gruesome place had even more worse rooms hidden inside. Torture chambers, you say? The Vendors weren't in their patient mood, so they sent their worst torturers right away. I was horror-struck, truly petrified, could barely breathe. Lorden didn't say a word, just looked at me. His eyes were relaxed but focused. I realized he wanted me to be calm as well. But I couldn't. He went first. The torturer strapped Lorden to a chair and just started swinging his fists were like anvils. Every hit threw blood or broke bones. In a matter of seconds, Lorden's face looked like a bloody pulp. The only thing poking through it was his smile. It was the many times I've wondered if he was even human. The torturer quickly realized that he needed different tools for such a unique specimen and went to grab his blades. That's when Lorden started talking. He was making him offers, one after another, but the torturer just kept carving his torso like he was preparing a steak to be grilled. There was so much blood I could taste it in my mouth. I wanted to pass out, just run away from all of that, but I couldn't. My heart was pounding way too fast. Okay, so the torturer is like the guy we were just talking to. He's the one-eyed guy. Suddenly the torturer stopped. He looked at me and back at Lorden. This was the only thing he said. If you're lying, you're going to watch me do the same to him. I was about to peek, but Lorden just nodded, so he untied us both and helped us escape. There were many more mercenaries on the way, heavily armed. No one stopped us. Even they were terrified of that guy. So we managed to get out in one piece. Well, we managed to get out alive. Lorden's wounds hadn't healed for weeks, and even then, he was scarred so badly it looked like he had chainmail stitched to his skin. But we had escaped death, and its emissary became one of us. The torturer. It was Sam Dorton. Wow, our character is incredibly slow. Yes. Oof. Yeah, don't be the path we walked. It was our choice. We knew the risks. How could you want a person like him in your troops? You think I wanted the clicker anywhere near me? I couldn't get a wink of sleep with him around for days. I was constantly watching my back, watching his every move. So why didn't you blow him off? That's simple. Lorden made a deal with him. Promised him the only thing that mattered to that brute, which was money. A whole lot more than what the guild was paying him, and a cut from every heist that we did. Huh. That's not the way Lorden did things. He was a master liar, but when he gave someone his word for real, he never backed down. Besides, as we later found out, Sumner wasn't evil in his nature. He was just a true soldier. Did what was asked of him. Lorden spent hours talking with him, explaining our rules of conduct. Samdor never broke any of them. Not once. Okay. Honestly, I hope you will never have to. I've been through a lot after all of these years, and the thing I wish you most is to have a boring, steady life. Well, yeah, I'm glad to hear it. Anyway, he needs me to go to Borodo, find Ida, and get my scythe back from her. Oh, yeah, that sounds perfectly dull. Consider it done. Interesting story. I'm here to get the scythe back, and she says she won it. I don't know what you mean. You only want to get his scythe back. It's my scythe now. Okay, relax. What can I do to get your scythe then? You can buy it from me, of course, or we could play for it.
My mother
How much for the scythe? $4.50. Yeah, I'll pay the $4.50. Oh my god, I just want to pay the money. The same that made Unigost lose all his money and a scythe. The game of riddles. How is it played? Simple, I tell you 3 riddles. You must answer all of them correctly. One mistake and the game is over. You win, you get the scythe. You do realize I have the internet at my finger... Actually, no, you don't. I have the internet. It's easy. If you lose, you don't owe me anything. You just forfeit the chance of getting the scythe for free. Okay, hit me with the riddles. What appears the second you say its name? Silence. That's pretty handy. Yeah. Correct. Ready, what's the next one? Here it is. Feed me and I live, yet give me a drink and I die. Fire. Okay, you're good. Better than Mr. Big... Yeah, like the fact that there's options, but you can get the final. Listen carefully. I can fly, but have no wings. I can cry, but have no eyes. Wherever I go, darkness follows me. What am I? Be a cloud, right? Fly without wings is a cloud. Cry, but have no eyes. Rain. And wherever I go, darkness follows me. Also a cloud. Yeah. What are you doing, lady? Get out of the way.
Don't wish it were easier.
Damn, you're
Wish you were
sharp.
better.
Congratulations. You win the old man's crappy side. It doesn't even get better than that. Thank you for the fun game. I had fun. We are so rugged up and so drunk that we can actually swim in the middle of winter. Hells yeah. Now that's good build. I brought back your side, you weirdo. Wasn't any trouble, but not at all. Yeah, good lad. I have news. Samdor looked at you. Oh, great. You told me just with one of the funny eyes and the stupid face. Yeah, that sounds like Samdor, all right. Well, I'm running a little bit over time. I think we did some decent progress today. We're going to be finishing off the end of the season quite shortly. In fact, it's almost the end of the season. I'm going to do a little bit more questing for this Samdor storyline and try and get rid of it as much as possible. I don't think the quests are really that valuable to us. They just give us some dynasty reputation, but we may need that to hire more people. And we still need a few more people. We're kind of discovering some of the gaps in our production methods. Right now, we're up to 23 workers. That is kind of crazy. And I know at least one other couple has hooked up, like Jasimir has hooked up with Rudolfina. You can tell because they've got 10% more mood than everyone else around them. Roland? No. Why have they got 55? Oh, they're got extra happiness because they've more skill in something. There's Rudolfina. This guy's not married either. I'm kind of shocked a whole bunch of them have not coupled off already, but I think it takes a season or two, or a year or two. And that's really going to hurt us when they, well, start coupling off and having kids and the wife disappears from the workforce for 2 years. We'll have to cover all of the shortfall, which will be awkward, but I still think we're doing quite well. Technology-wise, the main goal was to max out production technology. We're at 1700 already. That's going good. We're actually kicking butt on that front. So next up, I suppose, we'll get our hands on Market Stall. That'll allow us to sell all of our excess goods. Well, you can sell one thing at a time with them, so we might get 2 or 3 markets, sell off all that junk we don't need, and that should make making money an awful lot easier. I don't think we're going to need to sell stuff anymore or go around. We'll just basically go around literally to find recruits. And then it should just be a case of ironing out the kinks in our plan. Well, that's the hope anyway. Anyway, I'm going to cut this out here. I hope you enjoyed it. Good luck.